government forces in two Mideast nations taking control of key cities. In Iraq, the army taking back Kirkuk, where officials are asking British Petroleum to develop an oil field, and Kurds have controlled the city since June of 2014. Just last month, they voted to secede from Iraq. Currently, the U.S. gives $1 billion in military support to Iraq, and meanwhile, Syrian troops won back control of Raqqa, defeating ISIS in the process. Here to discuss how these victories shape the U.S.'s strategy in the Middle East is author Brad Thor. He wrote the best-selling book, Use of Force and Many Other Things, and your background is amazing. Last time I had you on, Brad, we came up with a new book idea for you, so we'll see if we can do that again. Thanks for joining the Daily Briefing.
You bet, Dana. Good to be with you.
So where do you think this is all, what is happening? I feel like President Trump deserves a moment for everybody to say, wow, you've done a lot in 9 months in order to get ISIS to this point. Where, in fact, I think we have a map here that shows just how little land it has left. But in politics and in government, there's not that much time to celebrate victories because there are lots of problems on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's take that moment and congratulate President Trump. ISIS is dead. But for all intents and purposes, Raqqa was their capital. They don't have it anymore. They're gone. That doesn't mean they're not dangerous anymore and they can't mount further attacks, particularly as jihadists flee and go back to their Western nations. But this is a win for the president, and we all ought to be thankful. And Democrat and Republican alike, we all ought to be giving them a big round of applause and our incredible military and our partners in the region. So big deal. Now, the next issue we have is that, as you said, September 25th, 93% of the Kurds in northern Iraq voted for independence. This is a big problem for the United States because we've always encouraged the Iraqis not to use force against the Kurds and the Kurds not to break away. If we get behind the Kurds and we support them, as Israel has, that's going to drive Iraq further into the arms of Iran because you've got the Shias that are really in control in Iraq. It's going to be a big, big problem. But we really need more secular governments in the Middle East.
Right,
we don't
Brad.
need more Islamists. So it is a really difficult balancing act the Trump administration and the State Department are going to have to do.
All right, Brad, we're going to have to cut you off there, unfortunately.